Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this episode, we're going to be talking about our 5th week in our growth cycle. Well, this is our 5th week, guys. We want to thank you for watching the videos, and we want to talk about today how our process has ended up today on our 5th week. Okay? Um, Basically, everything that we've done in the past 5 weeks to having the hydroponics grow a good crop or good lettuce and chard has gave us a good learning experience. The reason being is that at first we had a little kind of rough patches here and there with the nutrients that we were using in our reservoir, but we got that straightened out, and also the introduction to the air pump. Let's talk about that a little bit. In the beginning of the first 2 weeks, it was a very slow start for the plants. They were very weak from the transition from the germination process over to the hydroponics station. Basically, the nutrients levels, the ppm levels were very high, which it burnt out a lot of the roots on a lot of the plants that we had to switch out. But it was a learning experience. Good thing that we learned that bad mixtures would give you a bad start in your product that you're growing. So that's something to keep a lookout for. We're gonna be doing a video about the how to how which nutrients to use. We're using an 81636 lettuce nutrients for our plants. We're going to be talking about in the next segment, which nutrients to use and why to use those. We're looking into a couple other nutrients to see how they will work and perform with our hydroponic system. Okay. Also, the introduction of air pump. I think this is my opinion. Basically, that ever since we introduced the water pump into the system, it has been a great success. In reference to having the water with a good oxygen level, has given a good amount of growth onto the plants, because in the first 2.5 weeks that we were in the hydroponic system, basically we didn't have no air pump. It was just basically the water pump feeding the water through and cycling back through. As soon as we introduced the air pump to the reservoir, we saw about a 10% growth, and especially on the roots. The roots, they started growing very white. At first they were a little brownish, which I was a little concerned about, but after that they started growing very well, which I'll demonstrate now. Basically, it has been a great learning experience, learning about this hydroponics, and how to manage everything, reference to your nutrients, your oxygen in the water, keeping your plants fresh. We ran a little bit of problem into the pests. Again, we're starting out. We're not familiar with how to control the pests, but we've been doing some research in reference to if we might have to close this up and keep it sealed so we can reduce the pest level. It's not a big pest level in reference to like big, but since we're gonna start growing, I'm scared that we have a lot of plants around. I mean, we're up in the mountains, and I don't know if that'll help. I mean, but it, if everything goes well and we don't have a pest problem, then we're good. But if not, then we would document that and show you guys what you can do to eliminate that process. Um, Basically, I mean, I'm very glad that we started growing this, and basically, as you can see, the plants are growing very well, and they're nice and green. They haven't been giving us any problems in reference to anything else. The only thing that, some of the bugs, they've been eating some of the chard. They love it for some reason. They haven't touched the lettuce. They love the chard for some reason. They've been eating that up. But the plants have been growing very well, and they've been, rebounding from that. From the beginning, as you can see in the previous videos, these on this side, since the sun was hitting them first in the morning, and they were getting about 2/3 more sun than the ones on this side. So we switched around, and now we have the sun coming in and shining all the way through as the sun rotates and it gives them an even portion of sunlight throughout the day. Um, it's very important, guys. I've seen a big difference in just by rotating our station around and getting them a good, a proper amount of sunlight throughout the day, that it can increase the growth. At first I thought maybe they're in the shade, the sun is still hitting them, they're seeing daylight, but no, they need to have some type of direct sun. Even if you have just a clear tarp, or a frosted tarp where they're getting a good amount of sunlight, good, because right now we have a gray tarp. It's really shaded, so the amount of sunlight that's actually hitting them is not very much, but the amount that is hitting them now has increased their growth cycle. We want to thank you for visiting our channel. We hope that you subscribe and like our videos. And again, in our future videos that we're going to be having in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be showing you our germination process. We're going to start to now, since these about have another week and a half, we're going to start to crop these in the next couple of days, so we can go ahead and start cutting everything out and testing everything. We'll do that for our next video. We're going to show you guys our cropping process and what we think about the stuff that we harvested from our hydroponic system, and how it tastes, and the texture and the quality, that that for some reason that these nutrients are not affecting our plants. I did try one the other day, but it was still a little bit greenish, so that's why we've waited now to our 5th week. They were a little bit greenish and they weren't ready yet, but now that we're on our 5th week, we're going to give it a couple more days. We're going to harvest it, give it 2 days out, and then test it out to see how everything tastes. Okay, like I said, thank you for visiting the channel. We hope that you subscribe, like our videos, and in the comment section, give us your feedback of what you think of these videos that we've done so far and what you would like to see on our next process. I'll see you guys in the next video.